everyone's feeling low because we're in Viva Las Vegas in this afternoon here with the Tiller Tournament Series. It's Alpha League Divisional Series action, Game 2 between the Indiana Robins and the hosting Nevada Sundogs. I run Anthony, the captain here, bring you this action, and the Sundogs are leading it 1-0. Let's go to the field. But first, let's go to the lineup. Lineup is going to be exactly the same as last time for the Indiana Robins side, and when I say exactly, I meant exactly, because Adam Rupp once again will be taking over on the mound. I don't know what Sean Altman's thinking, but we'll just have to see how his strategy works. The pitcher they're going to be scoring off against, Lord Scott Smith, formerly known as Lord Scott Patterson. Let's go to the playing field. In steps Rob Lundquist. And in the air, the center. And Rob Lundquist is aboard. Mitch Grassi, batting second, takes the plate. In the dirt, ball 1. And in there for strike 1, 1-1. And in the air, center. And we got first and second. Already making something happen for the Robins, and in steps Romsky of straight no chaser. Just along the outside corner. 0-1. In the dirt, ball 1, excuse me. Just along the outside corner again. The 0-1-2. Wise lays off a ball in the dirt, 2-2. And got him looking. In steps Scott Hoying. And swing and a miss, strike 1. And in there, on the inside, strike 2, 1-2. And got him swinging. Let's see what Matt Sully does, the number 5 hitter. And in the inside, and in the air to right center base hit. 1 run's going to score, if not 2. And everybody's going to be moving up 90 feet and being waved home. And it's the second runner, and the second runner scores. So it's 2-0 in favor of the Robins. Let's see what Chance does. Tries to tail him, but it was too little too late there. And right center, base hit. And another one's going to score. It's going to be an RBI double for Chance. It's 3-0 in favor of the Robins. Robins already doing some damage here. And make way for Austin Brown. And center field, under is Stacy Blitch, and that'll be that. Already 3-run score for the Robins. And the Sundogs coming up to bat. And let's take a look at the starting lineup. Everything looks the same, except for Lord Scott Patterson as the pitcher, as the number 9 hitter. And once again, they're going to be scoring off against Adam Rupp. As Stacy Blitch takes the field, we want to send a big special shout out to Eric Lima of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 for being one of the major inspirations for this tournament. While he shares some inspiration from one of his previous channels, the bigger inspiration is the Tiller Tournament for Michael Tiller, the late great Michael Tiller, the founder of the Game Show Temple. And we've been seeing some Shea Brown's retired, by the way. And as we send a big special shout out to Eric Lima of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. We discovered Big League Slugger Baseball on one of his channels. During the pandemic, he was playing some games of Big League Slugger Baseball, and Stacy Blitch goes down swinging. And as we were watching that, it got attention over here at Captain's Arcade. So, Eric Lima of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977 is watching this. We want to send a big special shout out to you from the bottom of our hearts. And the throw is in time, and that'll be that. 1, 2, 3, go to the Sundogs. 3-0 is the score in favor of the Indiana Robins. Randy Stein is up next, and he just announced his departure from straight no chaser. But he wants to be part of this tournament. Going off on a high note, going off on a little bit of a send-off, so to speak, and in the air to the opposite side, and under it is Denise Loden for out number 1. Pitcher Adam Rupp is up next. And in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Adam Rupp, the only remaining active founding member of Home Free. And in the air, blooper to left. and in there for a base hit. Right back to the top of the order we go. And speaking of home free, Rob Lundquist. And here comes Adam Rupp. Throw over to second, and it's not even close. In the air to right center, base hit. And thinking 2 out of the bat is Rob Lundquist, and it's going to be a 2-out double for Rob Lundquist. Make way for Mitch Grassi. And in the air in the center, base hit. Runners at the corners, 2 gone. And in steps Scott Hoying of Penatonic. Romsky, excuse me, with straight no chaser. And in the dirt, ball 1. And in the air, short, right center, base hit. And going to third is Mitch Grassi, and he will be safe. Runners at the corners once again, and here comes Scott Hoying. Ball 1. And right back over to Scott Patterson, and he'll throw to second, and that'll retire the side. 1 run scores for the Robin side. 4-0 is the score. To the bottom of inning number 2 we go for Big Nasty Tim Washington. Outside for ball 1. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Outside for ball 1. For ball 2, excuse me. And on the ground, foul. The 2-2. Ball 3 now. Foul pitch coming. And got him swinging. Denise Slowden's up next. And outside for ball 1. In the dirt again. 2-0. 3-0 now. And strike 1. Laying off on that one, trying to work up that pitch count. And ball 4. Jason McDaniel's on board. Has a look at Loden now, the pitch. Loden goes. Ball 1. And Loden retreats. And in there for strike 1. Outside. 2-1. 2-2 now. The Chuck Woolery. And in the air to right center, base hit. And to third over is Denise Loden. And out is Jason McDaniel. Let's see what Mark Weber does. And swinging a miss, strike 1. Loden at third, 2 gone. And in the air to right, under is Matt Sully. Oh, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. And the run scores. Inning continues. Janet Abraham's up. See if the Abraham can make things happen. There goes McDaniel. McDaniel retreats. Weber, excuse me. Has a look at Weber now, the pit. And try to trap Weber, but he retreats. And strike 1, excuse me. And throw over to first. And Weber back. Has a look at Weber. Now the pitch, and Weber goes. Ball 2, and Weber retreats. Weber goes once more. Swing and a miss. Chuck Woolery count. The Chuck Woolery. Weber goes again. And got her swinging. 1 more scores on an error. 4-1's the score. Matt Sully comes up as he got a double in his first trip. And in there for strike 1. And on the ground, bobbles it. And no play. Scored that in knee 5. Chances up. In the air to left center, base hit. And Sully over to third. And to second is Chance. And runners are going to be in scoring position with no one gone. And in steps Austin Brown. And swinging to a strike 1. Once again, Austin Brown has just announced his departure from home free, but he's going to be finishing up his tour dates, and he's going to be pursuing a solo career full time, and he's going to be sticking around for this tournament. So going off on a high note, and he got caught looking. And in steps Randy Stein. Ball one out inside. And swing and a miss, 1-1. And in the air, deep drive. This one's in the ocean. This one's in the water. And 3-run shot from Randy Stein. 7-1 is the score. In steps the pitcher, Adam Rupp. Back over to the pitcher, Pattison, and over to Abraham for out number 2. Let's see what Rob Lundquist does. A base hit and a double in his first 2 trips. Strike 1. He's a triple and a homer for the cycle. The 1-1. And in there for strike 2, 1-2. In the dirt, Chuck Woolery count now. And got him swinging. 3-1 Johnson for Randy Stein. 7-1 is the score in favor of the Robins. And in steps Lord Scott Pattison. Pitcher versus pitcher. And swing and a miss for Pattison. In the dirt. And inside, 2-1. And 3-1 now. And just inside. Foul pitch. And on the ground to third. Base hit. And is in there with the double. Pitcher's in there with the double. And right back to the top of the order we go for Shea Brown, Warrior Princess. And swing and miss on the Warrior Princess for strike 1. Outside, 1-1. And swing and miss on that one, 1-2. And in the air to right, base hit. Patterson's going to score. To second is Shea Brown. And it's going to be an RBI double. 7-2 is the score in favor of the Robins. Slowly but surely closing the gap. And in steps Stacey Blitch, who's set down on strikes. There goes Shea Brown. And in the air to the left side. Playable, but it's going to wind up foul. Way outside. Nowhere close. 1-1. And in the air to left. Under it is Mitch Grassi, and the runner tags up, moves up to third. And in steps Captain America, Bill Barker. Runner at third, and Shea Brown goes on the ground, foul. And swing and a miss, strike 2. The 0-2. And on the ground, foul. Nowhere close to the plate, 1-2. The old 1-2. And got him swinging. In steps Tim Washington. Nowhere close to the plate on the outside, 1-0. And in the air to right, base hit. Shea Brown's going to score. And staying put in first is Tim Washington. Is going to be an RBI for him. And in steps Denise Loden. She walked her first trip. And swinging and missing the ball in the dirt. Had her fooled on that one. 0-1. 1-1 now. And there goes Washington, and he retreats. Washington goes again. Pop up. Right side. Salee. And this time he doesn't miss. 1 left for the Sundogs. They pick up 2 runs. 7-3 is the score. And in steps the number 2 hitter, Mitch Grassi, as you're getting ready to go underway. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Top of the 4th, 7-3 is the score in favor of the Robins. The 0-2. In the air to right, base hit. And it's going to be extra bases for sure. And he's got a RBI double, Mitch Grassi. He got a leadoff double, excuse me. And then steps Rumsky. And in there, inside, ball one. And in the air to right. And it's going to get past Loden. And Grassi's going to score. It's going to be an RBI double for Matt Salee. 8-3 is the score. And then steps Scott Hoying of Pentatonics. Ball one. Romsky, excuse me. Not Salee. Salee waits on deck. And it's strike one. And pop up, Washington. And Hoying's retired. Instead, Matt Salee, he reached on an error. And in the right. And this time he doesn't get the error. Adam Chance, 2 doubles in his 2 trips. And pop up to Washington again. And the side is retired. 1 left for the Robins. They lead it 8-3. And 1 scores. Let's see what Jason McDaniel does. And we're going to be having a pitching change. Tyler Trepp of Straight No Chaser is going to be taking over the mound. And swinging a miss. Strike one. Way late on that one. And in the dirt, 1-1. And in the air, base hit. So 1 aboard. And then steps Mark Weber, his longtime partner in crime. And there goes McDaniel. And McDaniel retreats. And on the ground, this could be 2. 1 there. And 2 for the price of 1 for the Robins. Next up is Janet Abraham. She struck out her first trip. And outside, 1-0. Ball in the dirt. Weiser lays off on that one. And swing and a miss. Probably shouldn't have swung on that one as it was in the letters. 3-1 now. And in there for strike 2. Payoff pitch coming. And ball 4. In sets the pitcher, Lord Scott Patterson, who doubled his last trip. And we're going to be having a pinch hitter, Sam Martin. That's going to be it for Lord Scott Patterson. Oh, it had the distance in the water, but it's well foul. And tries to tail back inside. It's the strike zone is shrinking there. And swing and a miss, 1-2. And in the air to right. Salee has it. And that'll be that. 1 left for the Sundogs. 8-3 is the score. And taking over on the mound is Debbie Rice. And Austin Brown has got a base hit, and he's taking extra bases. And he will be in there for a leadoff double. Time to make way for Randy Stein. 3-run Johnson in his last trip. Ball in the dirt. And borderline right there, but it's 1-1. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And in the air to right. And under it is Shea Brown for out number 1. And time to make way for Tyler Trepp, his first AB. And it's going to be left center. And he's going to get an RBI double out of this one. 9-3 is the score. Up at the top of the order we go for Rob Lundquist. And just along the inside corner for strike 1. And in the air to the left. Under it is Loden for out number 2. Mitch Grassi's on fire right now. He's up next. 3 for 3 in the game. Looks at strike 1. And ball in the dirt, 1-1. And on the ground, throw over to first is in time, and that'll be that. Another one for the Robins. 9-3 is the score as we head to the top of the order for Shea Brown for the Sundogs half. Outside, ball 1. 9-3, bottom of the 5th, in favor of the Robins. Right over there. Throw to first is in time, and Shea Brown, Warrior Princess, is retired. Let's see what Stacey Blitch does. 0 for 2 in the game. Outside for ball 1. Inside. 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Hitters count. Strike 1. Count still in her favor. And in the air to left center, base hit. And she's thinking 2 right off the bat. This was an extra base hit for sure. In steps Bill Barker, 0 for 2 in the game. Ball 1 outside. And in the air, deep drive, splash down! Splash down, 2-run Johnson for Captain America, Bill Barker. 9-5, it's a Dolly Parton game, 9-5 in favor of the Robins. And we're going to get a pitching change. Caleb Jones is going to be taking over on the mound. And he faced Tim Washington, and he looks at strike 1. And tries to get strike 2, but it's just along the outside. Ball in the dirt, 2-1. And in there for strike 2, just snipped the outside corner. The Chuck Woolery. And full count now. And ball 4. Denise Lone's up next. Has a look at Washington. And now the pitch. And in the air, deep drive, splash down! 2-run Johnson for Denise Loden. Sundogs are slowly but surely closing the gap. 9-7 is the score. Let's see what Jason McDaniel does. 2 base hits in this in the game, and this one's going to be 2 for 3 as he grounds out. In steps Mark Weber. Double play victim his last time up. And Joseph Fowler over to the right side. And inside. 2-1. Ball in the dirt. Lays off on that one. 3-1. The 3-1. And ball 4. Janet Abraham's up next. And in the air, deep drive, children, go where I send thee! And we got a ball game, folks. 9-9 is the score. Thanks to the Janet Abraham, it's all tied up at 9. And we're going to be having a pitching change. That's going to be not a pitching change. Yes, a pitching change in the next inning, but we're going to be having a pitch hitter, and it's King Richard Brown, roller derby legend. The 1-0. And in the air. And Mitch is puts away as the side's retired. 6-run score. 9-9 is the score. Posse Shalene's going to be taking over on the mound. In the air. Base hit. Time runs at first, and in steps Scott Hoying. And swinging a miss on the ball in the dirt. Had him fooled. And swinging a miss, strike 2. Got him swinging. In steps Matt Salee. And in the air to right center, base hit. To third is Rumsky. And the second is Salee. So it's going to be runners in scoring position with 1 gone. And in steps Chance. Ty runs at third now. Go ahead run, excuse me. And this is going to be scored that a sac fly. And runners are going to be surprisingly staying put. Let's see what Austin Brown does. And on the ground, throw over to home, and they're going to get the potential tying run. 2 left for the Robins. 9. We're still tied up at 9. Right at the top of the order for Warrior Princess, and on the ground foul. Bottom of the 6th, excuse me. And in the air to left, Grassy, and the Warrior Princess is retired. Let's see what Stacy Blitch does. And juts it, Malibu, Stacy, and she'll play it off the wall, and she's going to second. It's going to be a 1-out double for Stacy Blitch. Let's see what Bill Barker does. Homered last time. Swing and a miss. And Malibu, Stacy Blitch goes. Ball 1, and Malibu retreats. And in the air, center, and Malibu, Stacy Blitch retreats. Tim Washington's up next. Once again, a pitching change. Steve Morgan of Straight No Chaser is going to be taking over the mound. And in the air, and he's going to play it off the wall. Malibu, Stacy Blitch is going to score that an RBI for big nasty Tim Washington. 10-9 is the score in favor of the Sundogs. Let's see what Denise Sloan does. 2-run shot her last trip. That was the difference maker in this game. And swing and a miss, strike 2. And got her looking. 1-run scores, 10-9 is the score in favor of the Sundogs. See what Randy Stein does as we get ready for the top of inning number 7. And in the air, base hit. Okay, so we're going to have a pitching change once again. Jeremy Lister's going to be taking over. Randy Stein goes. And the throw over to second. It's not even close. So much for the leadoff runner. The 2-0. And on the ground. And it's going to get by the infielders. And Lister's aboard. Let's see what Rob Locos does. And Lister goes. Ball. Throw over second. And out by a mile. Strike 1 is the call. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. And tries to ring him up. Wisely lays off the Chuck Woolery. And got him swinging. Let's get up and stretch. Jason McDaniel's going to be leading things off when we come back. And Armin Hunton's going to be taking over for Rockapella. And Jason McDaniel's going to be his first victim. And in the air to left center base hit. And it's going to be a double out of this one. The throw is not in time. He's in there with a double. Let's see what Mark Weber does. His partner in crime. And then there goes McDaniel over to right. And Sully puts it away. And meanwhile, tagging up is McDaniel. He heads to third. And in steps Janet Abraham. 2-run shot last trip. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And swing and a miss from the Abrahammer. Got her looking. And we're going to be having a pinch hitter here for the Sundogs. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Brian Gamble's going to be taking over. That's going to be it for Posse Shalene. And the runner goes. And the runner retreats. And runner once again goes on the ground, foul. 1-2 now. And on the ground. And Romsky is going to take it himself for out number 3. None shall pass. 10-9 still score in favor of the Sundogs. In steps the number 2 hitter, Mitch Grassi. And we're going to be having a pitch and change. Leather Gun is going to be taking over on the mound. And in there for strike 1. On the ground. Gets past the infielders, and she's thinking extra bases. And in there to second is the base runner. Let's see what Romsky does. Has a look at Grassy now the pitch on the ground, foul. And right side, base hit. And runners are going to be at the corners with no one gone. And in steps Scott Hoying, who's 0 for 4 in the game. Let's see if he can race his 0 for 4 in the dirt for ball one. And tries to tail inside, but it tails back outside. Outside. And strike 1, excuse me. And 3-1 now. And in the air to right. And the runner stay put. And let's see what Matsuli does. 2 for 4 in the game. In the dirt for ball one. Inside. 2-0. And 2-1 now. 3-1 now. And swinging a miss, strike 2. Runners are going. And it's going to be strike them out, tag them out. And that'll do it for this half inning. 1 left for the Robins. 10-9 in favor of the Sundogs. Leading up for the Sundogs is Shea Brown, and she swings and misses. Swinging a miss, strike 2. And on the ground, back over. Throw to first is in time. See what Stacy Blitch does. She scored her last trip. And swinging a miss, strike 1. And ball 1. And on the ground, foul. And got her looking. Just nipped the outside corner. Next up is Bill Barker. 1 for 4 in the game. And swinging a miss on the ball inside in the letter, strike 1. Ball 1. And in the air, right center. Under is Hoying for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Sundogs. They still lead it 10-9. Last chance for the Robins to get back in this game. And we're going to be having a pitch and change on the mound for the Sundogs. And Kara Madison to see if she can close the door. And in the air to left center base hit. And thinking extra bases. And he's in there with a double. Adam Chance is a potential tying run. And the go-ahead run is going to be Tim. The potential go-ahead run is Tim Faust. Tim Faust is going to be taking over. Foul ball. And in the air, foul. And got him swinging. Randy Stein's up next. 2 for 4 in the game. He's a potential go-ahead run. And just nipped the outside corner, or so I thought. And in the air to right. And the Randy Stein's retired. Last chance. And they're going to be going to the bench. Calvin Jones of Rockapella is the Robins' last chance. And swing and a miss. 1-1. Swings and misses again. 1-2. Crowd on their feet. And that'll do it. 10-9 is the score. 2-0 in favor of the Sundogs for this series. And Kara Madison's the winning, the saving pitcher. The winning pitcher is Posy Shalene, and the losing pitcher Caleb Jones. And it's a really tough one. And we're going to be heading over to Indiana and looking at the home runs. They're the real difference makers in favor of the Sundogs. And Randy Stein scoring the only homer for the Robins. But nonetheless, it's a really tight series. But the Sundogs are leading it 2-0. One more win for the Sundogs, and they're going to the championship series in the Alpha League. All right, folks, for now, this is Anthony Hart, the captain, saying so long, and tune in again for more spectacular Tiller Tournament action. Do it for Michael Tiller.